Okay, folks, here we are at the 2017 Hartland Grand. And yours truly, along with Jeff Nostrom and Glenn Zimmerman, this year will be chasing All-American points. Now, Glenn and I are going in the veteran division, and Jeff will be shooting in the men's division. So he's a little younger, he's the pup of the group. But we'll be traveling around the country, shooting at the satellite grands and some state shoots and zone shoots, and trying to chase those points. Once we get enough points accumulated, then we'll make the All-American team, either the first team or the second team. And really our goal this year is try to make it on the second team. If we can do better, then life is going to be very good. But this is an amazing course. I've never seen a course like this. You guys have heard of Field of Dreams, and I'm sure you've seen the movie. Well, that was filmed in Iowa, and guess where we're at? We're in Iowa. And you can see the backdrop over here is corn. And Dale Stockdale is the guy that built this place into 17 trap fields. And it is manicured. It is absolutely the most gorgeous trap field in America, in my opinion. So what we're going to be doing for the next week is shooting here, trying to accumulate those points. Now, I got here a little earlier, and I was able to shoot for the last 2 days. And I managed to get some points in the singles yesterday and the singles today. Haven't shot that well with handicap or doubles yet, but tomorrow starts the HOA, or the high overall. What they'll do is take our scores from that day going forward till the end of the meet, accumulate them, and then the top gun wins. So hopefully we can stay consistent and do a pretty good job there. But we will be doing some interviews here at the Grand. Richard Marshall Jr., guess he's showing up tomorrow. He's going to bring the Doane College team, and they're going to shoot in the Grand, and Richard's going to shoot as well. So we'll be able to get some really good footage of that, and of course we'll be filling in as well. But and anyway, stay tuned. We got a lot more to talk about. We've got a lot of interviews with people. I talked to an individual in the wheelchair division who's an All-American. Absolutely great guy. You're going to love meeting him. So stay tuned. We got a lot of stuff left at the Rackett. Hey folks, Stan Baker with Hunt the Rackett again. I got my shooting buddy, Jeff Nostrom, and we are chasing the points at the Hartland Grand. Now, Jeff is in a little different situation. He's chasing the points in the men's division. Yours truly we're chasing the points in the vet division. So it's going to be a little more difficult for Jeff. He's got some pretty good shooters ahead of him. So Jeff, let me ask you something. What do you think about when you go to the line to shoot?
I just try to go out, have a good time, and just clear my head and think about only going to work for 2 seconds at a time every time I call pull.
There you go. So is that a recurring theme or what? So everyone's telling us you don't think to shoot. So that means we're shooting with our subconscious mind, as Lanny Basham told us in that one interview. So Jeff, let me ask you two more questions, or one question. What are the two things that you think a beginning trap shooter needs to do before he starts shooting trap?
Take a lesson, and just go out and get on the field, take a lesson, and make sure your guns fit properly to you. I think those are the two biggest things that you can do to help yourself.
So we keep hearing this gun fit, we keep hearing fundamentals. Is it starting to sink in?
Basics, you start with your face or your feet placements and stuff, and then make sure you do the same thing each time you mount the gun.
So what you're talking about is the fundamentals.
Right. Just
Okay.
your basics, your ABCs.
Right.
Probably your gun fit and probably your fundamentals like your hold point, your stance, and all that kind of stuff going along with that.
So fundamentals, you want to be repetitive,
Mm-hmm.
do the same thing every time.
Mounting the gun the same and
Right. Well, today we have singles, young man. Are you ready for it?
yep.
Want to thank you for your time. We're very honored to have Dagan Voigtman with us. Stay tuned. We'll see you at the Rackett. Okay, we just got done with singles, the first round of singles, then we're going to be going into handicaps. But I want to congratulate you, man. You got a 99. Good job.
Yeah, thank you.
That second trap was a little trickier than the first one, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah, I dropped 2 birds on the last round because the birds flattened out a little bit. There was some wind and I shot right over the top of it. But we'll regroup and see what we can do in handicap today. But what'd you think, my friend?
Yeah, it was a little windy. It was a good time out there, though. I think that, like you said, the second trap was a little flat. We had to definitely stay down on those birds today.
Yeah, there was a couple where we almost missed. We just chipped them a little bit, and I think we were probably shooting a little over them.
Agreed.
Because of the wind. Okay, stay tuned. We got a lot more shooting. We got more interviews. Hey, folks, we're honored today to meet Mr. Dale Stockdale. He's the guy who built this incredible course. Dale, I want to congratulate you on such a great, magnificent place. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, if you know, this is pre Field of Dreams. You know, if you build it, we will come. He is the guy that started this place before that even took place. So we really compliment you on that. How did this place get going?
Well, it actually got started because my dad was a great trap shooter when he was alive, and he's currently in the Hall of Fame Museum for his shooting abilities. And when I was a little kid, I always wanted to try to beat him. And later on, like in high school, I did a report on how long it would take with our own shooting to pay for having our own trap, basically in the hog pen, because that's what that was, just a hog pen. And so later on, like in 1982, my dream kind of came true and I put my first trap in. And started practicing because I wanted to be the best shot in the world, and I didn't make that accomplishment. But I couldn't say no to people. People heard I had a trap and wanted to come and shoot, and so we opened up on Tuesday nights. And then by 1984, had so many people I couldn't shoot, so I put in another trap. And by 1985, we decided, well, might as well fill the pasture then with traps, so we put in 3 more, so had a total of 5. Then we decided to have registered shoots, and by 1987 we had our first Labor Day shoot, which this is the 30th year anniversary of it. And I had no vision that it would turn out being like this, but I just never could turn the crowd away. By 89 we doubled the size of the trap line to 10 traps, then 2008 to 13, and in 2010 now we got 17.
Right.
And then we added about 70 camper hookups, and then went from a trailer house to a brick house with an apartment upstairs. I live upstairs with my family, and then the downstairs is the gun club. And where the trailer house used to be, we had an awning that was against the trailer house to be a place to put the scores up. Well, we pulled the trailer house away and then put a metal building up next to the original awning. So that original awning down there has been around since about 82.
Wow.
And we still use all that, and it's just a passion. I just love doing, I don't know, everything about trap shooting, I guess. My dad is a great shot. He's in the Hall of Fame Museum, and he always told me about shooting and winning and enjoying it. He didn't have any political aspirations, and he didn't run a gun club.
Right.
And so he never found out that actually running a gun club can be as much fun as actually winning a shoot. And then later on I found out by going to different shoots and shooting with different people instead of just the same old squad, that meeting more people is as much fun as winning shoots, as much fun as having shoots. And it's kind of like a real three-legged stool for me. I just enjoy all of it.
And folks, there you have it. I mean, we talked about how this sport brings people together, friendships from all over the country. Obviously, Dale here has the passion that we've been talking about, and that's what we're trying to get into the sport. We're trying to draw people in with the passion to the ATA, and you can sign up just by simply going to shootata.com. And you can, for 20 bucks, join, come on out, you know, have a great time, squad yourself, and just shoot and make a lot of friends. And Dale, again, I can't tell you how much this is incredible. And you know, in the movie, Shoeless Joe Jackson came out of the corn, and he looked at Kevin and he goes, "Am I in heaven?" And Kevin goes, "No, you're in Iowa." And that's exactly
look at the corn.
Yeah, I mean, I keep expecting to see someone walk out of that corn. What an incredible place. Again, thank you so much for doing what you do.
Well, it's a lot of fun. You get to meet a lot of people, and it's a sport you can do for a lifetime, from old enough to be safe to shoot to like Lauren Stanek from Fort Dodge, Iowa. He broke a 200 straight here at 88 years old, and I still think that's an
incredible feat.
National record.
Yeah.
That hasn't been beat yet, and he did it right here.
Wow.
So we got a lot of those little trophies that we pick up as a gun club owner. It's a
lot
of fun.
A lot of memories in this place. Now, is this the 10th? The 10th Heartland Grand?
Satellite, ATA Satellite Grand. It's the 10th one for us. And it just keeps getting a little bigger every year, and in fact, it's like more fun every year too.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. We're going to have a lot more interviews. We're a lot more shooting for the next 5 days. So stay tuned. We'll see you at Hunt the Rackett. Okay folks, it's Stan Baker. I just got done with the handicap round, and man, did the wheels fall off. Now a lot of us are going to experience that every now and then. You know, you're shooting from the 27 and things don't happen the way you want them to go. So what we're going to do, we'll go back to the drawing board, back to the practice range, and see if we can't. We'll do a recap of all our fundamentals. We'll start from the footwork going up and try to find out just what we're doing, because I do believe we're doing something fundamentally wrong probably all the time, you know, and I don't want it to become a habit. So that's what we're going to do. You're going to have times where it's not your day. You're not going to be able to hit the birds. A couple days ago I'm winning. Today I'm not. So remember, try to keep your cool, go back to the fundamentals, and we'll give you a recap on, we're about to shoot doubles. So let's see how we do in doubles. Got to get our self-image back, try to get a good score there, and then get back down on the practice range and figure out what's going on with that handicap. Okay, we just got done with doubles and did a pretty good job. We came back, we had a hard time with the handicap, as you guys know, but we recovered well and finished strong with the 97 in doubles. But I ran into these nice young men, and I'll tell you what, their form and focus is next to none. So this is the future of shooting. This is Nathan, Mitch, Andre.
Yep.
Okay. These guys just got through shooting around. What'd you shoot?
96.
96. Unbelievable, huh? Young guy. And you did really well. You had some gun issues, right?
Yeah,
So
my trigger was broken, so.
okay, got into your head a little bit. And but your form and the way that you shoot that bird is really good. Anyway, you guys all looked really good out there. I'm going to ask you a question. What is the number one thing that you think someone needs to know when they're shooting doubles? What's the number one thing that you think really goes into that discipline in hitting that bird? And we'll start with you first.
I'd have to say it'd be stance.
Okay.
Because if you're standing on one and you're standing perpendicular to the trap house, you can't reach that left-hand bird
Right.
as well as you could if you're standing, 3 and 9 or.
Right.
But if you're standing 12 and 6, you just can't reach it or anywhere like that. You pretty much have to be standing wide open.
So on that first bird on one, you really want to get on it.
You want to smoke that first target as hard as you can. And
Okay.
then get to that second one.
And then just unwind to that second one. Oh man, how about you?
I'd say trigger control. So make sure you smoke the next bird, but then before you get to the second bird, make sure you follow through and get to the second bird and see where it is, not where it was.
Okay. How about you?
Yeah, don't linger on that first target because some people might miss that first one.
Yeah.
They'll sit there and stare at that, and then by the time they shoot at the second one, it's already on the ground.
I'll tell you what, I do that all the time, man. I'll smoke that first one. I'll go, wow, and then, oh, and then you gotta go to that second one.
Just
So
want to see how well you
I know
smoke it.
exactly what you're talking about. Hey guys, really nice meeting you. You're great young men, and this is what we're talking about. This is the future of shooting. Hi folks, September 1st, we're out here at the Hartland Grand. We just did our first event today, which was doubles. Jeff, you started out really good, man. You shot a 49. What happened?
I thought I had the tiger by the tail today, but second half, birds were dropping. I was having a hard time getting underneath them.
Yeah.
Ended with the 93, but the important part was we just kept hammering and grinding up some targets.
Yeah, and you didn't have a blow up round. That was
just stuck
key.
with it.
In order for us to get these All-American points, you can't have a blow up round. Unfortunately, I didn't do that well. I didn't even shoot my average. I shot at 88, 43 on the first one. Could not get my eye on that second bird, so I'm going to have to. Jeff mentioned something. Maybe I need to drink some water. I might be a little dehydrated. We'll try that. We're going to get ready for singles now, and we're going to have a lot of fun, and we're going to shoot a good score. What do you think?
I think so. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, folks, we are honored and privileged today to be with Ziggy Kachenko, who is the captain on the All-American chair team. How'd you shoot today?
I just had a 90 in the doubles.
How'd it feel?
They felt pretty good.
Good.
A little up and down, but overall you stay in them and break them.
Ziggy, how long have you been team captain?
I just locked up the 6th year with the 2017 trap year actually coming to an end, so I wrapped up 6 years straight. 6
years, that's amazing. This guy is really a crack shot, and really a good guy. I've talked to some of your teammates, and they all said you're a great guy. So
I appreciate that.
let me ask you something. What are the most important things you think that a guy needs to focus on in doubles when you're shooting doubles?
Setting up for the second shot.
Okay.
You know, second shot is, you always know where the first bird is, so you really need to set up for your second shot.
Right.
And, you know, like myself, you know, because of my disability, I have to figure out and tweak the game to work for me. And
Right.
it would be the same for any other chair shooter, as well as a stand-up shooter.
And you know, a stand-up shooter is probably the footwork and positioning yourself
Absolutely.
to get that second
Get to
bird.
the second target, yes.
Okay, very good. Anything else would you recommend to the average trap shooter? Two of the most important things you think they should do?
Two of the most important things. I think if
Yeah.
you're a beginning trap shooter, you'd be money ahead if you took a clinic or got some good videos or some good instruction from somebody to learn the basic fundamentals.
The fundamentals.
And then after that, practice.
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 There you have it. It's fundamentals and a lot of practice. Repetition, there's no secret to trap. The guy who shoots the most wins. But remember those fundamentals. You can shoot a lot without the fundamentals and just be doing the same thing over and over wrong, versus if you had a good instructor teaching you those basic fundamentals and doing the repetition, you're going to win. So what brought you to this sport?
What brought me to this sport? I moved to Southern Illinois back in 2006 and continued to bowl for about another year. And my competitive edge started falling off because I didn't have the venues to practice at like I had in Northern Illinois.
Right.
Back in the days when I was bowling, I probably was in the top 3 to 5 chair bowlers in the country.
Nice.
And
nice.
if you go on like YouTube and pull up Rollers and Pro Bowlers from 2002, I made an ESPN TV final with some pro bowlers and stuff.
Nice.
Yep. So after that, I decided I was going to take up some outdoor sports, shooting of some variety.
Yeah.
And I went out to the Grand American in 2008 and tried a whole bunch of different shotguns and jumped in full bore and never looked back.
Oh, that's great. And now you're on your top of your game.
Well, I hope to stay there for a while, you know. But I hope more guys come out and try to take me out.
Yeah.
You know, that's awesome what they do.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. We talked about all different kinds of friendships come in from all over the country. Ziggy and I, we're going to be friends, I can tell you right now.
Sounds great.
We'll see you at the Rackett. Okay, folks, we got done with singles, and yours truly broke a 99. Jeff, you shot
97.
97. You had that one bird that, let's talk about that. You know, the etiquette of the game is he chipped the bird, and he could have turned around and told the referee that bird was dead. The referee did not call it a dead bird. So why don't you go into that a little bit?
Referee didn't call it a dead bird. I wanted to raise my hand and say something, but as the squad progressed, I just felt like I didn't want to interrupt the squad and have some better etiquette that way. Lesson learned, I just got to keep my head down and break the target a little harder and not leave a question mark next time.
So what he did was he took a 97 and probably should have had a 98. And you know, when a shoot like this, one bird really counts. So my hat's off to you, my friend. Good sportsmanship. So the round was, you know, it was during the day. A lot of times you find that, you know, we had just gotten done with doubles. We were sitting around a little bit, getting a little lackadaisical. I was yawning, and, you know, I kept trying to tell myself to get up. How about you? How do you feel?
Same thing. I went out and I actually dropped the very first bird.
Yeah.
Kind of had to wake up a little bit.
Yeah,
so.
that kind of woke you, right? It woke me up too, you know. But sometimes you do that, and you have to remind yourself you're here to compete, you're here to have fun and compete, so you got to kind of find a way to get yourself worked up a little bit. Okay, folks, it's September the 2nd, and we're getting ready to shoot doubles. That'll be the first event of the day. Then we'll shoot handicap and then singles. Nathan here, he broke a 97 yesterday in doubles?
Yep.
And he is in a shoot-off in the junior category. This young man, as we were saying before, has great form, good focus, and we're going to try and get some footage of him shooting so that we can share that with you. But stay tuned. We got a lot of shooting, a lot of interviews to go. Ricky Marshall is here today. We'll be talking to him. Okay, folks, I was walking around, and guess who? Yours truly showed up. A little late, but you know, he looks like he's ready to shoot. Are you ready to shoot?
I'm ready to shoot.
All right, good seeing you, buddy.
You too, bud. Good luck today.
All right, we're getting ready to go into the doubles now. Ricky's gonna be watching me and kind of give me some tips on maybe what I'm doing wrong. Hopefully there's nothing wrong. I'll just run them.
Just shoot north, you'll be fine.
Okay, I'll do it, buddy. Okay, we just got done with doubles, folks, and yours truly didn't do that well, but we're gonna regroup. We're gonna hit the field on handicap, and we're gonna come back strong. But I've got Mr. Ricky Marshall Jr. here. You guys know him. He's gonna introduce his team and his protege, Janessa. Go ahead.
This is Janessa Beeman, who is an All-American trap shooter and a top international shooter. And then Mason Buzzard, Morgan Pazik, and then Jared Kraus. And these three shoot for me at Doan and try to get Janessa to come there. We'll see about that.
But Janessa, in her own right, is really burning them up, I'll tell you, lately. You shot a really good round of singles yesterday. You ran them.
I did.
And I was standing there, and everyone's going hugging you and you know, carrying on. I didn't get a chance to grab you then. Otherwise, I would have put you on the camera. So,
right.
Hey, we're having a great time, folks. Great facility, great venue. You saw from Dale what a beautiful, beautiful course this is. I swear, this is like a golf course. I mean, we're shooting trap on a golf course.
It's a nice facility. I've been coming over here for probably, first time I was over here was probably 1989 or 1990.
Yeah.
So it's a great shooting club. You know, Dale puts in a lot of hard work. He's added a lot of traps, and it's just a great facility here in the Midwest to shoot. Throws great targets. So.
And you, my friend, just put on a clinic for us.
I broke 98. I needed 2 more, I'm sure.
Well,
But
for me, that's a
bad.
clinic. You know.
You know, we're having fun.
We have a lot more shooting, a lot more interviews, and I want you to stay tuned here at the Rackett. Folks, I was wandering around here, and guess who I found? Elise Baker. No relation to me, but I was watching this gal, and let me tell you something. I haven't seen fundamentals and focus on a young person like I've seen on her. Now, Elise, I understand that you've won a few things here the last year.
I won a JV Lady SCTP National Champion for singles, and I also won AIM HOA singles for ladies.
Wow. Excellent. Well, congratulations on doing that.
Thank you very much.
So what I'm going to do is ask Elise, what are the 2 most important things you think a beginning trap shooter needs to know when they get started?
Definitely being comfortable with your gun and just really make sure you get a good hard look at the bird and lots of practice and focus.
Right, a lot of repetition.
Yeah.
Now, your fundamentals, did you have any coaching or?
Yeah, at the beginning, just to get like the basics down, and then I kind of took my own spin on it.
Right, and who was your coach?
Well, I'm part of the Carlinville Claybusters out of Illinois, and I have my coaches there, and then I also get lessons from Todd Nelson.
Okay, Todd Nelson, there you have it. Well, listen, we're really proud of you. I watched you today. What did you do today in singles, doubles, and handicap?
Today I had an 88 in doubles, I had a 91 in handicaps, and a 92 in singles.
And not your stellar day, but
yeah,
a pretty good, pretty strong showing for, you know, your category. And did you win anything today?
Today I have a shoot-off for handicaps, and tomorrow for my 98 in singles, that'll carry over. So.
We talked about the young people here in this sport, and I got to tell you, I'm so impressed with meeting these young folks out here. These are the future of shooting, and I am so proud to have been able to interview you. Elise, thank you so much.
Nice to meet you, Sam.
Okay, folks, we just wrapped it up with singles for the day. Jeff, I think you had a pretty good day, pretty solid day.
Okay, yeah, we had earlier in handicap. I think we figured out the handicap after I went to the patterning board last night.
Yeah.
I did get the score up. It was a 92. It wasn't
92?
great, but it was definitely
You shot a
improvement.
pretty strong doubles.
Yeah, pretty strong doubles. Shot a 94. Followed it up with a 98 here in singles.
98.
Yeah,
I thought you were going to run them there for a while, my friend.
me too.
Yours truly did not have a good day, but you know what? That's all right. Tomorrow's another day. We're going to go after those 200 singles. And, you know, it was a fun day in terms of meeting new people. We saw Richard Marshall's Doane College team. They're doing tremendously. So today was a great day. I mean, we had a good time, met some new people, got a few, I don't think I got any points today, but I've got a lot of veteran All-American points piled up here. We're gonna go in tomorrow, try to get a strong day and see what we can do. But Jeff, I wanna thank you for shooting on my squad. I mean, it's fantastic.
It was a good squad today.
Yeah.
We had fun.
Yeah, we sure did. All right, folks, we'll see you at the Rackett.